I moved to Spain in 1991 with my company and was supposed to move back to the UK in 1992. But I had settled very happily in Spain, didn't want to go back to the UK and was out of a job. So I began to work for some small Spanish companies. It was a total disaster, having worked for a large British national, and the culture shock was just too much. I was very unhappy and began to think about setting up my own company in Spain. And I thought, what can I do? I'd had a dreadful time with all of the practical, logistical challenges of moving, and so I decided to try my hand at relocation. I struggled terribly at first, but then when things began to take off and I could start to delegate and build a team around me, well, then it got much better. In 1993 I officially set up my own relocation company, and then some years later, in 2007, Jose Antonio de Ros, who's now my business partner, and I merged our companies together, and we formed ERES. Now, it was that combination, I think, of those personalities, those skills, those experiences that set us on the track of European expansion, really. We started in Spain together. Then one day an RMC said, well, we enjoy working with you in Spain, couldn't you help us in Portugal? And we thought, well, yeah, we can do that. So we actually acquired a company in Portugal and started to operate from there. And that was a success. So following on from there, I think it was an RMC again who said, well, how about France? We're struggling in France. Could you help us there? So we kind of replicated the success from Portugal in France. And then we went to Italy So that was Spain, Portugal, France, Italy, then we went to Germany, and then we went to the Netherlands. So that's 6 countries now with 9 offices and still going. I think the most rewarding thing about leading a company is recruiting the best people, building the team, and then watching those people grow and develop and help them to develop their full potential. That for me is the most rewarding thing about being a business leader. You don't need to be where you are working anymore. You don't have to sit where you are actually delivering your responsibilities and managing your job. So we actually advertise any vacancies, or we look for people across all of our countries. And then we may have somebody sitting in Madrid who's actually forming part of the team in Hamburg, or we may have somebody sitting in Paris who's actually forming part of the team in Spain. So this has made everything much more flexible. It's given more global opportunities for our teams, for our people, and it's made the whole thing more interesting. Service-wise, we provide the full set of relocation services, immigration services, but you're right, because I mean we have now staff members who are skilled, for example, in immigration in France, in Germany, and also in Spain, because that's where they've managed to get their experience from. And this is great for clients who with one person can have all of this knowledge. It's just kind of brought us up to the next level internationally, and we look at the company now as a European company rather than country by country. For many years now we've worked across so many different sectors and in all of our different countries. What we have seen recently, we've always had a 50-50 balance between our RMC work and our direct client work, and we are seeing that we're increasing our direct client proportion compared to the RMC proportion. So we will see where that goes. Services, of course, remote services are now a big thing, whereas a few years ago they weren't. We never did those. Perhaps more personalised, you know. Some clients who want a very basic minimum service package, others who want a very white glove hand-holding package. And it's really about, I think, listening to your client, interpreting what they really need, and then meeting those demands. It's not one size meets all. As long as you form a really close partnership, I think, with your client, you become an extension of them, then that makes sure that you keep on the right track for, listening to them and giving them what they need. For a while now, our mission has been to be the leading DSP and immigration provider in Europe. And we're doing lots of things, and we're communicating. We like to communicate about what we're doing with our team and with our clients and with the world in general. But I think to have this endorsement and this recognition, if we won the award, it would just be a tremendous turbo boost, to that brand, that respect from the industry and that image, I think, where we're at the moment is really technology is becoming almost every day more important. The way I see this is that the company that's going to win the game is the one that gets that balance between the technology and the personal, human, flexible, warm support that every assignee needs. So that balance, which isn't easy to achieve, but that's what we're going for, and that's what we think will differentiate us. We're very aware, I think, and always have been in ERES, that we're providing a service. We're not making cars or cornflakes. It's a service, and it's a service that's very, it's a very human service to people who are going through a lot of stress and a lot of change, and it really affects those things that are most close to all of us now: homes, partners, children, pets. So our people are everything, and I really like the Relocate Global People initiative, because I think it's all about, our world is our teams, our clients and our assignees, all people, and focusing on delivering a service is really, really important.